Great to see you.
And I see that you're wearing one of my hats. I love it.
I am, even though I'm looking very casual for a race day. I'm wearing my t-shirt that says, "This is my derby dress."
I am so honored to be the third time featured milliner of the Kentucky Derby. I mean, what an honor it's been for me to be partnered with you guys.
You've become like one of those Kentucky Derby traditions. We know we're going to have a mint julep, and we know we're going to wear a Christine Moore hat, and you're going to be part of the tradition. You know, the Kentucky Derby to me has always represented hope and triumph against impossible odds. It doesn't look like it normally looks like. We're going to find a way to still celebrate the spirit of the first Saturday in May together, a date that unites us and always gives us hope. And we're going to do it for a greater cause. So we're raising money for COVID-19 emergency relief, and we're really challenging our fans to join us. So NBC will be airing the 2015 Kentucky Derby again on Saturday from 3 to 6 Eastern. And then this will conclude with what we are calling the Kentucky Derby Triple Crown Showdown, which is our new virtual derby race, which is very exciting. We're going to pit the 13 Triple Crown winners against each other to see once and for all who is the greatest of all time.
And that's how you're fundraising.
Yeah, absolutely. So, every week leading to Derby, there's the debate of who is the best, right? Who's your pick? And while you can't wager on this race online, there is money at stake because we're encouraging our fans to go to KentuckyDerby.com, pick their favorite Triple Crown winner to win, and make a donation while you're there. Churchill Downs will match up to $1 million in those donations. And then if you choose the correct winner, you'll be entered into a sweepstakes to win the ultimate Kentucky Derby VIP experience, which is a package that money cannot buy. If you follow Kentucky Derby at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we will be pumping out content all day long in the hopes of bringing the best of Churchill Downs into your home with you. We are going to teach people how to make the perfect mint julep. We're going to take them on tours at Churchill Downs and at horse farms so they can see these magnificent horses as they're being born, which I think is such a lovely part of the narrative. Is we have these horses who are born with a dream, and then at 3 years old, we give them the opportunity to run for that dream. So it's really special, and we just want to take that energy and use it this weekend to give people a reason to celebrate, but in doing so, acknowledge what's happening in our world right now. And of course, Christine, what is a Kentucky Derby party without?
Oh yeah.
The most important part to me.
You know what? And really, yes. Well, kind of to me too, but
it's a mood lifter for sure. And I think there's that old adage, all dressed up with nowhere to go. And that's kind of what we want Saturday to be. We want to encourage you to stay safely in your home and celebrate with us. We are encouraging people to get dressed up, take photos of themselves, upload it to your preferred social media platform, and hashtag KY Derby at home, because we have judges all day looking for the best. We'll be sharing the best on our Kentucky Derby platform. So that's really exciting to be chosen to be shared with our millions of fans. But also we're going to choose a winner. So the winner of the fashion contest that day will win a box for 6 to Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby 146. Or if you're not used to going to the Derby or celebrating the Derby, you may have to start from scratch. And so anyone better to teach us how to do all of that than you, Christine.
Right, and that's what I'm going to encourage people to pull out their hat from their favorite Derby if they've been to the Kentucky Derby. And then I also recommend pulling out like one of your grandmom's or your mom's vintage hats, and I can show you. I'm going to show you how to just kind of steam it up. And I'll do a little blast of steam too. I'm steaming. I'm keeping the iron moving.
Look at that. You've really refreshed that one in no time at all.
Everybody has like flowers around the house, or old bouquets, like fake bouquets. I mean, even dried flowers that you're saying, okay, you know what, I can repurpose this. You could just you have an old beach hat there, I believe. Here, what I have, you could do like a bow out of tissue paper.
Oh, yes.
And then what I did was, say you can't sew at all. Like you can use a piece of wire, which I think it gave you some wire.
Yes.
You can.
I'm so tickled. I didn't know that's what this would be for, is a bow, but it makes a beautiful bow.
Yeah, I stitched on to keep it together. So it was a tissue paper bow, and I stitched around to hold it together. You can take your faux flowers and like you could decorate around the bow. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I would suggest hot glue for that. If you don't want to ruin your beach hat with hot glue, you know, if you have some safety pins or stick pin or safety pins, hat pins would do just to pin through it. Also like straight pins, you know, just pin it on. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
This is really genius. The bow is everything. I never would have thought about it.
Yeah, exactly. It gives it. Well, that's the derby thing. I mean, if you're going to Easter, you just put a few flowers on a hat. You're going to Derby, you got to have the big flashy style. So you're gonna. But there's nothing better than a big bow. And what's nice about the tissue paper is it holds itself out. But I love just avant-garde. So what I did is I included in your kit 2 chopsticks because that gives that linear like chic look to anything. So I mean, even if I put these flowers on here and softened it up, I'm still going to use these 2 chopsticks to give like a little high intrigue. If you have a headband, okay, you could do. All you would need to do is take a paper plate. And if you don't have paper plates, maybe you have a file folder and do like a flower shape out of it. These are, and you go through. So did you cut slits in your?
So are you cutting the slits so that the headband can fit through?
Yeah, like that. And most people have most ladies have some sort of headband, I'm sure, in their wardrobe. Looks so adorable.
Kind of chic.
Yes. Even you make a paper plate look chic. And that's what I did on this one. I cut it so they kind of fringe.
Oh, wow. Look at that. So you cut the edges so it almost looks like a little bit of a fringe situation.
This is the other way you could do it. If you don't have a headband, take that ribbon here and thread it through the same way, and then you can tie it behind here. Wherever you cut your slit in the paper plate will determine probably how it's got, well, probably, I know this, so where it's going to sew on your head. So,
well, and you know, that reminds me, Christine, I was thinking, like, how many of us have artificial, you know, flower arrangements around our house that maybe are dated and we don't want anymore? We can kind of get some pieces out of that, or go in our front yards and pull some fresh flowers.
Yes. Well, you guys
like those. I mean, you're just wearing this for one day, so it's going to look amazing for your photos and for your derby at home. So I think that there's so much opportunity to get innovative and find a way to
and
paper play and make it fabulous.
Yeah, and you see how I have done, like, just folded it over, and then again I get the height here, and I get the angle that always looks good on a lady. That, you know, angular fashion. I will make one of my signature flowers out of the coffee filters. So
wow, that's amazing.
I love a point of focus, as I've said before. So what I did was I took an old Christmas ball and put it in the center, but then I wanted to paint it. So I have fabric paint, and I had sent you some too that you could just paint whatever design. You know, I have paisleys on this one. I have I just did like a little design, brush design on this, a brush design on this one. But I also thought you could do polka dots. You could do like little flowers and just paint. But if you don't have paint, this is another thing you could do. If you have food coloring, you put food coloring in a dish, okay? And then
oh yes, this starts to feel like a little Easter decorating. You can get the kids involved in this one.
If you have food coloring, you put food coloring in. Take the shaving cream, and then you stir it around, okay? And you get a nice little color. Paint it on. You have to take the moisture of the shaving cream out. So then you press it. Whoops! You press it, and then it'll blot out some of it, and then it dries, and it's fabulous. I made this flower I basically bunched up. Now, again, if you can't sew, this is what you do. You can, what's great about the tissue paper and the actually all paper is just twist it twist it on the bottom, okay? And just, you can do a tiny little, like hit it with a little hot glue and then set it down and don't touch it, okay?
Okay.
And then just let it rest. And then for this one, and for this big flower, I cut the coffee filter in half, and then I gathered it like this, up into a tight little ball, did the same thing, twist, 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 little piece of hot glue, set it down, and then when I went to how I got it to cup is that when it was dry, I just kind of fluffed it out, and then it adheres, and then I glued it all, little bits.
How many do you think you used for that one? How many coffee filters do you think that is?
This is 1, 2, 3. So 3 that are cut in half, and then the back petals I just took off just like maybe a quarter, not even that, just a quarter like that. So it goes like this. So yeah.
Ah, I see.
And then that one I have 6. Yeah, I have 6 in the back. There's one other thing. If you don't have tissue paper or coffee filters, you can use paper. And you can do the same thing, and it actually molds nicely. And like magic marker or paint it. But this is the first of a of a lily. Because, you know, Stargazer lily is Kentucky oaks flower, just like the roses is for Derby.
You have so many inventive examples, and I think that all it takes is someone just walking through their house with this in mind, and you can come up with incredibly avant-garde, fashionable, maybe they're not things you would wear to the racetrack under normal circumstances, but they're going to look amazing for your at-home party. They're going to be kind, and they're really going to document what an unusual year this is. I'm going to take off my homemade hat, and I'm going to try on for the first time the hat that you just sent me that I'm going to tomorrow. So I can't wait. I love it.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow on the Weather Channel, all perfectly. Yes. Yeah, that looks good.
It is amazing.
And you can see, and everybody can see how the flower in there is also very similar to the flower.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Christina.
Very same concept.
Yeah. So you can make it at home.
I love this hat. I thank you so much. Thank you for teaching me how to pull something together tomorrow at home. And thank you for sending me something fabulous to wear.
Well, thank you for letting me show you. Have a great day, Tonya.
Happy virtual Derby. Happy Derby at home. Thank you for inviting everyone to celebrate with us.